Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1984 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the California Angels and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Angels today is Ed Halicki, whose record is 10-11 with a .495 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Jack Morris, whose record is 6-5 with a .376 ERA. Okay, we just keep rolling on. It's an 8-game winning streak now as we beat the Angels yesterday, 7-1. A good performance from Danny Jackson in his second start since being recalled. He went 6 innings, gave up a run, and walked 2, which led to that run being scored. That was really his only bad inning, the 5th inning of yesterday's game. And otherwise, he pitched spectacularly, and the offense came through. And we just keep moving on. So today we start game 2 of the 3-game series with the Angels. You'll see after we wrap up this home series, we head to Chicago and we start what looks like a 3-6-11 game road streak. So that road streak against a lot of these top tier teams in the West, that could be a clinching factor for us. If we can play them 500 or better as we get through that those 11 games, then we should definitely be able to wrap up the American League East. So I feel good about it. We're keeping things moving here. Let's get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. As I mentioned yesterday, I did wrap up all the pre-series work for the 1981 Detroit Lions alternate history, and now the long, arduous task of prepping for the 1970 Seattle Pilots alternate history. I am trying to create my own Seattle Pilots cards for 1970 because they didn't have any, right? I mean, they'd already become the Brewers. So we're doing a little work on that, trying to put it together, and hopefully that'll be a nice little addition when that series begins, which will take place right after the Tigers season is over. So we got Jack Morris on the mound today, and we will be short 2 right-handers again. It is Dave Gumpert and Dave Roseman. Neither one of them will be available today. That should be fine. We got Ed Halicki on the mound. Halicki, excuse me. Halicki is a right-hander. And we will sit Lou Whitaker today. He's listed as tired. So we'll put Doug Baker at second base. Normally we put Barry Larkin in there, but Doug Baker is hitting so well in that utility role that I can't not play him. He's got to get in there over Barry Larkin. Okay, so since Jack Morris is on the mound, we'll take a look here at the Angels lineup versus Jack. Batting leadoff, playing center field is Gary Pettis. Batting second and DHing is Paul Molitor. Batting third and catching is Brian Harper. Batting cleanup, playing third base is Jack Howell. Batting fifth at first base is Daryl SCONIERS. Batting sixth in left field is Rolando Rooms. Batting seventh at shortstop is Gus POLIDOR. Batting eighth at second base is Tim Flannery. And batting ninth is the right fielder, Terry PUHL. Jack has been struggling. He's making his 21st start, 6-5 with a .376 ERA, 115 strikeouts in 136 and a third innings pitched. Opponents are batting .247 against him. He's got 3 complete games and a shutout. His fastball tops out at 93 miles an hour. His arsenal is led with a splitter rated a 94. A fastball is an 89. A slider an 81. Overall rated an 87. The 29-year-old righty is a free agent at the end of the year. Looking at his log. Yeah, he only went 3 2/3 innings against the Royals. He gave up 3 runs on 6 hits and a couple of walks, also a home run mixed in there. And we yanked him out of that ball game. Of course, we got the win because we were on an 8-game winning streak. So that was 5 days ago. Let's take a look at our defense. solid everywhere you look, and Doug Baker at second base. Not as good as Whitaker, but still highly rated. We got TK behind the plate once again, and Gary Pettis leading off. So we did have Danny Jackson start game one, who was a left-handed pitcher. So there's with the righty on the mound, I think this is their actual typical lineup. So Morris has got his hands full today with all these 300 hitters, or near 300 hitters. Gary Pettis leading off versus Jack Morris, a 1-1 count and a base hit. I have a feeling our streak is going to end today, as Pettis is on first. I believe he is second in the American League in stolen bases behind Willie Wilson. Runner on first, Paul Molitor. Pettis is going, and he steals second base. There's number 45 on the year. The pitch was called a strike. So Molitor, who's 5 for 20 with 2 home runs, already down in the count. And Morris comes back and strikes him out with a 2-2 count. Nicely done. So Pettis is on second with 1 out. And Brian Harper, the catcher, he takes ball 1 as Pettis steals second. I'm sorry, steals third, his second stolen base of the inning. And you know what I'm going to do here? I am going to pull the infield in. Harper batting .307 versus right-handers. 1 run could be the difference today. Oh, that's going to get him in easily. As Harper drills it to center field, Pettis will tag and score. And Gary Pettis basically manufactured that run all on his own. That is what speed will do. Speed kills. And then Howell strikes out because, of course, every batter strikes out after a run scored. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, playing center field, is Willie Wilson. Batting second at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup and catching is Terry Kennedy. Batting fifth at third base is George Brett. Batting sixth at first base is Kenny Smith. Batting seventh and DHing is Jim Dwyer. Batting eighth in right field is Glenn Wilson. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Dougie Baker. Ed Halicki, he's still going. He's got, he's making his 26 start. He's 10-11 with a .495 ERA, 118 strikeouts, in 165 in the third innings pitched. Opponents are batting .278. He's got a complete game shutout this year. Fastball, well, doesn't really exist. I mean, it's rated, it tops out at 86 miles an hour, but it's rated in 84. So not particularly good. Overall rated in 80, the 33-year-old righty is a free agent at the end of the 86 season. He was out of baseball by 1981, and yet he's still plugging along. He is coming off a loss to the Yankees, where he went 6 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs on 7 hits. Whoa, he struck out 12 in that loss. That is amazing. That is easily a season high. Let's take a look at the defense for the Angels. Left field is Rolando Rooms. He's below league average. Also, third base is a problem with Jay Howell. And we know Harper behind the plate has a subpar arm. I think it's a 79. Yeah. So someone we can run on. And since Halicki's fastball's not great, we should be able to get some stolen bases today if we can get on base. Here we go. Willie Wilson leading off. Tigers are down a run. And a ground ball to third. Jack Howell making the play. 1 down. Here's Alan Trammell. Trammell line drive to center. Unfortunately, right at Gary Pettis. 2 quick outs for Halicki, and Kirk Gibson crushes it to dead center field. His team tying 21st home run of the year. And it's 1-all. Gibby, his power has really turned around this year. We got to check it out. I know we do this every time. But he's hitting so many home runs. He's got 7 home runs. 8, actually, now in the last 20 games. So good job by Gibby coming through at just the right time. And then Terry Kennedy will take a walk. Kennedy finding every way to get on base. Runner on first, 2 down. Here is George Brett. Brett's average after his 4-for-4 day yesterday up to 310 as he grounds out to short. And we go to the top of the second, all knotted up at 1, and Daryl Sconiers leading off. Sconiers, 28 home runs, is the 3rd strikeout victim for Morris. 92-mile-an-hour fastball blown by him. There's 1 down. Rolando Rooms was the leadoff guy versus the left-hander yesterday, flying out to right field for out number 2. And Gus POLIDOR grounding out to first, moving on to the bottom of the second. Kenny Smith, I can't imagine putting him any lower in the lineup. The only other thing that I would consider doing with him is maybe moving him to the number 2 spot, because he does walk a ton. He's still leading the American League in walks. Otherwise, I mean, he's just an easy out every time up now. Here he grounds out to third. Jim Dwyer will take a walk. So Halicki's walked 2 after striking out 12. I think this is just the game's way of getting it even. You strike out 12, you're probably not going to strike out more than a couple today. Runner on first. Let's hit and run. Stay out of the double play with a couple slow pokes on the mound, on the base path. Wilson will ground out to first. That will get Dwyer over to second. So that's the go-ahead run for Doug Baker. Baker batting .304 with a couple of home runs. 1-1 count and a ground ball to third. And we're going to strand that runner. And head to the top of the third with Tim Flannery leading off. Now Flannery, if he had enough at-bats to qualify, he would be among the league leaders. You see, he came over from San Diego, and it looks like they're just using Flannery in a platoon job, which I guess maybe makes sense. What's the splits? He's only batting .265 versus lefties, but that's still pretty damn good. Here he goes, batting .383, and Morris strikes him out. 4 Ks for Morris. So after giving up the leadoff single to Pettis, Morris has been lights out. Terry PUHL, another batter batting over 300, is safe on an error by George Brett. This doesn't feel good here. We will bring third base in. Brett's on the grass for Pettit. 1-0 count. And then what does Gary Pettis do? He scorches it 400 feet with that 69 power. Oh, fantastic. Pull tags up and goes to second. So he's going to score here. There's no reason why he would do that otherwise. Oh, no, Morris blows by him. It's very often that those events occur in the game without consequences. And that's an example there where it benefited us. We ended up striking them out. So Morris with 5 Ks. We go to the bottom of the third, and Willie Wilson leading off. Wilson grounded out the first time up, and now he's got a single. Let's see if Wilson can turn the tables on Pettit and steal second base here. This will tell you a lot of whether or not we're going to win today. Yeah. He's thrown out on an 81-mile-an-hour fastball. So we will not be winning today, and that's fine. We've won a lot this month. Not every time you're going to win. Yeah, so that's too bad. We go to the top of the fourth inning. It's remarkable to me how Morris is always the recipient of all our bad hitting games. Harper grounds out to short. This game will turn on another error. 6 strikeouts for Morris. Yeah, there's the walk. Rolando Rooms. A comebacker. The old walk, strikeout combo. Strikeout, walk combo. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Terry Kennedy leading off. You got to think we're going to get over on Ed Halicki. No. One down. Here's George Brett. And he pulls it down the right field line. Held to a single by the right fielder, Terry PUHL. Does PUHL have a good arm? PUHL has a noodle. It's a pool noodle. Thank you very much. That's a double play. God bless it. All right. Well, let's see if Smith can steal. Smith has not been caught this year, and he does steal second. Wilson can't steal second, but Kenny Smith can get his 9th of the year. He's 9 for 9. And we do have a runner in scoring position for Jim Dwyer. Often it is our schlubs that come through. 1-1 count. Schlub. Base hit to left. Smith around third and scores. The Tigers take the lead 2-1. And Glenn Wilson flies out to left. Oh, it gets over his head! Oh, it's a double! Over the head of the left fielder Rooms. He misjudged it. And Dwyer scores all the way from first. That is 20 doubles for Wilson. He's lost his power, but he's still managing to come through with the extra base hits. 3-1 Detroit. And Doug Baker. 2-2 count. Deep fly ball to center field. And that'll do it. Okay, we go to the top of the 5th inning. Tigers get a couple on the board. It's 3-1. Here's Gus POLIDOR. He batted 9th yesterday, and I lamented that he should probably be higher up in the lineup. And he is today, which makes a lot more sense if you're batting 308. I mean, I get you can't probably put him in the leadoff spot ahead of Pettis, especially since we saw what Pettis did to us today. Tim Flannery lines out to Gibby and left. And Terry PUHL noodles walks. Damn it. Runner on first. We are going to guard the lines. It seems a little early to guard the lines in a ball game, but just be protective here. And ground ball to first, right on the bag. Good call by me. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and Willie Wilson will lead it off. He's 1 for 2 today. I have a hard time believing that Willie Wilson in his career is 1 for 2 versus the pitcher who's been in his division since 1980. Alan Trammell's up. He's 0 for 5 in his career, and he strikes out looking. This is setting up to be a good bounce-back inning for Halicki. Gibby's got a home run against him, and he's 4 for 5 in his career. He goes oppo to left. Plays made by Rooms. We go to the top of the 6th. Tigers winning 3-1. Here's MOLITOR. MOLITOR hits a ground ball to short and an error. So I said this game was going to turn on an error. This could be it. MOLITOR and TRAMMELL on the same rookie card. I have a rookie card for MOLITOR and TRAMMELL that I'm watching on Mercari. If it gets to the right price, I might buy it as a giveaway for the future. It's a sweet card to have as Harper pops up. One down. Here's Jack Howell. Howell's got the pop. He's got a 94 power rating. Even looking at his minor league card here, like he is primed to jack one. 1-2 count. Morris strikes him out. 7 Ks for Morris. And this might be the toughest out all day. Daryl SCONIERS with 2 down and a runner on first. And Morris makes it look easy with his 8th strikeout of the ball game. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Terry Kennedy leading off. He's 0 for 1 with a walk today. A rainbow into right center field. Get down. No, it's going to hang up long enough to be caught. Play made by PUHL. George Brett with a ground ball to second. And Kenny Smith incapable of doing anything. We go to the top of the 7th. 3-1. I apologize. My allergies right now are so bad. We are in the midst of several rainstorms here in Arizona, and every time that happens, we get humidity for like the first time in, 300 days, and it just jacks me up. There's a ground ball base hit to lead off the 7th inning. Morris has had 108 pitches. He's looked good so far, but unless he can get Polidor out, we're going to have to pull him for a left-hander. I think we'll probably call in GIBSON here. 1-2 count. Oh, my God, he strikes out. Gus Polidor, 9 Ks. I feel like he's earned the right to get it to finish this inning. Oh, God, I feel like this could be bad. We're going to pull third base in. First pitch swinging. Oh, and Room steals second. I mean, that run doesn't really mean anything if he were to score. Flannery with a ground ball to short. Rooms advances. 2 down. Terry pulls up. We'll let Morris pitch to PUHL. And a ground ball in the hole at short. Trammell's already made an error. Oh, he makes the play. And that's a solid performance today from Morris. I think that will probably be it for him. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Ed Halicki only had 77 pitches. Tigers batters have not been patient today. DWYER pops up. He was 1 for 1 with a walk before that. There's Glenn Wilson. Ground ball to first. And Dougie Baker, who's 0 for 2. Pops it up. Right in front of the mound. Who's going to call for it? The catcher. Okay, moving on to the 8th inning. Shoot. All right, we're going with Dave Smith. Dave Smith is our reliever who's pitched the most games and innings this year. And, I mean, he's been pretty solid, 2.29 ERA. But certainly is susceptible to folding under pressure, which is why he's no longer the closer. Now, let's see, what do we got on the bench here? Okay, so we're going to bring Barry Larkin in to play first. Big upgrade at first base. From an 80 to an 87. And we're good otherwise. All right. Now, Kennedy's given up 3 stolen bases today. I think we got to leave him in there this inning and maybe for the 9th inning because he's going to bat probably in the bottom half of the inning. I think we'd have to assume. So I think we leave Kennedy in there. Here we go. Gary Pettis leading off against Dave Smith. 1-0 count. And we got the leadoff man on. So we may as well hand him the keys to second base. Molitor strikes out. Harper grounds out to first. Dave Smith coming out, another shitty job. We will bring in the creeper. The creeper gets lefties out like butter. Take a look at his splits. They're batting 192 against him. Jack Howell batting 167. Here we go. 3-2 count. And he strikes him out. Great job. Okay. Halicki has pitched a pretty damn good game. He's really had only one bad inning. Willie Wilson leading off the bottom of the 8th. Popping up to center. One down for Trammell. Wow. Tigers have managed only 5 hits today. And one of them was a big one by Gibson, a home run. That was in the first inning. Great job today by Halicki. A 1-2-3 inning. We're going to bring in Castillo. Much better defensively. Much better arm. Gibson is going to fit Daryl SCONIERS. And then we'll bring in Hanky, the closer, to wrap this puppy up. SCONIERS the base hit. Of course. Why wouldn't he? All right, well, it's Hanky's job to blow. Let's see what happens. Room strikes out. One down, runner on first. Gus POLIDOR. A ground ball to second can be turned to. That's the ball game. Tigers win 3-1. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. All right, we are 20-3 in the month of August. This has kind of turned into a little bit of a joke, which is kind of the way I prefer it. Yankees are now 11 games back. The game is forcing the Red Sox into victories every time. That's just the way it has to be. So otherwise, the game wouldn't be interesting if it didn't forcibly make that happen. California, despite losing 2, is still 2 games up on Oakland. National League, and the Mets have won 8 in a row. I mean, this is ridiculous. Dodgers have won 6 in a row. What's the most wins in a season? 100. What did the Mariners have that one year? 119? I can't remember now. Okay, headline news. Brainiac baseball. Daryl. A's are chasing down the Angels. Kevin Mitchell went 2 for 5. That's it. Okay. Transactions. What do we got going on here? Let's see. Oh, I forgot to change Fritzy Connolly to a regular thing. I'll do that after the ball game. We got a couple things going on here. Bob Fallon of the White Sox is done until next year. He might be back in time for this season. He finishes the year 11-7. That's a pretty good job. And we already know about Rondon Johnson. This is a little bit out of order. Okay, that's it. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. Man, I don't know. I'm running out of superlatives for this run that we are on. No extra base hits for the Angels today. Halicki gets his second complete game, but he does suffer the loss. He's 10-12. Player of the game, we're going to give it to Gibson with his home run. His 21st of the year. They had 4 stolen bases, 4 for 4 against Kennedy. That hasn't happened much this year. Jack Morris gets the win. He's 7-5, 9 strikeouts, 12 total team strikeouts. The bullpen does their job. Tom Hanky gets his 31st save of the year. Okay, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, guys. We will be back tomorrow with Game 3 of the 3-game series. Also tomorrow is Time Travel Tuesday, where we're opening those 1986 Donruss wax packs, looking for Fred McGriff and Jose Canseco rookie cards. Until then, everyone, have a great day.